Hey everybody, welcome back to Jay's Car Channel. In this video I'm going to be doing ceramic coating on a 2007 Jeep Wrangler 2-door using platinum glass by Carbon Collective. I've done a couple of other videos on this, so I'm going to leave links at the end of this one. And before we get started, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button if you like the video. It helps me out a ton. I really appreciate all the viewership that's happened here lately. I've had pretty good subscribers coming in, so getting close to 100, that's awesome. You know, if I can get over 100, that'd be great. Really want to get to 1,000, and so you guys can help me out, and I really appreciate anything you can do to help me. So getting into the video, it's a simple process. It's really just clean clay, decontaminate the surface and then apply the coating. I'm going to show on half of this windshield, and hopefully the camera picks it up, but this windshield is extremely dirty right now. It's just got some haze and streakiness to it, so we're going to get all that off first. And then again, it's just apply the coating. You want to put 2 layers of the coating on there. You want to go with the first layer and then give it about 30 minutes or so to basically settle after removing the initial application, and then you go with the second layer. So I'm not going to really show all that. I'm just going to really show kind of the first step, and then you just repeat the process 30 minutes later. So hope that makes sense. So here we go with the cleaning of the windshield. And what I've got here is some Rinseless wash diluted about 40 or 50 to 1 in a big Carbon Collective Hydro Plus sprayer. And this thing's awesome. I've used it in other videos, and I'll show you how this works. It's battery operated. It's got a little motor that auto pressurizes, so you just hit the button out of the bottom. There we go. And then spray the windshield down. Take your microfiber. I like to always soak the microfiber a little bit too. And you want to let this sit for just a little bit, and it's emulsifying, so it softens things up and breaks things up on the surface. So it makes it real easy to clean a windshield with. And all you need is just a low pile microfiber towel, nothing fancy. This is just the old utility towel, so real easy to use. And so just go and start to wipe this off. So after you've cleaned the surface, you want to go behind that with some clay. And the clay I'm using today is Adam's Visco clay. All the products I'm using, I'm going to leave links to in the description so you can find them easily. So this Visco clay is pretty neat. It puts a little pattern inside of the clay, and it gives it a little bit more ability to take things off the surface. If you just use this, it's called a geo impression tool, and you just press it down into the clay. It's real malleable, like Play-Doh when you were a kid, and then you get that little pattern in there. So it's got some ridges. Just going to use this Rinseless wash here and soak the windshield down. And you just take your clay across the surface. Make sure you get, all the way across to the middle. You can kind of tell, obviously when you see where your rearview mirror is, where the middle of the windshield is, so it's very helpful. Also, I like to cross hatch, so I do up and down, and then I do side to side. So here we go, side to side here. So what the clay does, for those of you out there who may not know, most people probably do, but this is just helping to pick up anything on the surface that when you clean it, you're not removing. So, bug guts, sap, tar, things that are harder to clean and that stick to your windshield a lot more. The clay will help to, pull that off, make the surface real slick and smooth, and make it, actually cleaner than it is after you do the first step of cleaning. So that's step number 2. So for the third step, I like to use Throwback by Shine Supply. And this is a panel prep, a coating prep type of chemical. There's plenty of different versions out there. This one's a good one for me. and just get your microfiber towel, dry one, and spray it down, spray the windshield down, give it about 2 or 3 sprays, and probably spray maybe 1 or 2 into the towel. So that's how I like to go with this. And this just has an additional benefit of removing any leftover oils or contamination that's on the windshield. So it's going to get it really bare and ready to accept the coating. So here we go with that step. And this stuff smells awesome too. So now we get to the fun part, and this is the application. Again, this is Platinum Glass by Carbon Collective, and this is the applicator. Don't mind how dirty it looks. It's just got, it's been used quite a bit, so I've got probably maybe 1/5 of a bottle here. This ought to be plenty enough to do 2 layers on here. And again, I'm just going to show the first layer and how this process works on half the windshield, so real simple. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but I got a good line in there. It's probably about 6 or 7 drops, maybe more. Put your cap back on. Just start going across, vertical. Another line here. Horizontal. So I'm going to take the camera in so you can see. This is hazing up real nice. You give it a minute, 2 minutes, and it's hazed. It's ready to remove. So here's the removal phase. I've got an Autofiber towel that's numbered in sections. It's really a great towel for removal of coating. And I think I've used 1 through 4, so I'm going to put it on number 5. So that's good. You know which section you've used. And this coating should come off real easy. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on it. You're just going across it with maybe the weight of your hand and maybe a little bit more, but it's not much. So on this first layer, I think I waited a little bit too long to take it off. It was probably close to 3 or 4 minutes before I removed it. You really only need to wait about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and at that point it's real easy to remove. But if you wait a little bit longer, you might have to resort to doing what I did, which was to dampen this towel a little bit to help pick it up. So that's all I'll say. It's really easy to work with, even still. All I had to do was dampen it, and it's really leveled off good. So I'm going to proceed through the other side and also come back to this one after about 30 minutes and do this one, a second layer on this side. But no reason to really show that. It's the same process through and through. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.